Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for tuning in. We have a lot to talk about. And William Barr, the confirmation hearing is still going on. And yesterday, many revelations. So you have William Barr, day 2. The guy's going to be confirmed. So William Barr is going to be confirmed. All right? He's going to be confirmed, which is a good thing. Very good thing. Trump will eventually have his own attorney general, a person who will hopefully flip the script, hopefully look at where evidence takes him, not Steele dossier, not CrowdStrike, not suspicion, evidence. Hillary Clinton transferred top secret intelligence outside of the United States government. William Barr knows this. Money flowed, cash flowed into the Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. So you have all of these examples of actual crimes or actual U.S. Code 793F. So James Comey stated that Hillary Clinton transferred top secret and special access program intelligence outside of the country. We have no idea how she did that. How she transferred top secret intel outside the United States government is the reason that she'll eventually get indicted. If they can't indict her specifically on that because it would embarrass the quote-unquote intelligence community because she made a mockery of the intelligence community, then they will get her on Clinton Foundation investigations. To my super chat, thank you so very much. Lately, if you say anything on YouTube, they demonetize the segment. So I appreciate super chat, gives me the incentive to keep doing these live streams, and I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. But he mentioned John Huber, and it's kind of interesting. And then that's like the one link to Sessions. We all know people want that whole narrative to survive. But anyway, William Barr, Attorney General nominee, backs away from prior comments pushing Clinton Foundation investigation. He actually didn't. He doesn't back away from anything. If you look at what he stated, so this is CNN Politics, and CNN, the Washington Post, the New York Times, they desperately need to keep the Clinton Foundation alive. They desperately need to keep Clinton away from any indictment or a new investigation because they know that their chance, the ship already sailed with James Comey and Peter Strzok and Andrew McCabe and Lisa Page and Bruce and Nellie Orr and John Brennan and James Clapper and Sally Yates and Susan Rice and all of these people and President Obama who covered up Hillary Clinton's crimes, the email server with top secret intel, and also the pay-to-play schemes with the Clinton Foundation. Then you have the media apparatus, the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, Vox, Daily Beast, all of these. So it's like this entire media apparatus. You had a media apparatus, you had a public relations machine, you had people in government, you had an entire monstrosity just because of the criminality of Bill and Hillary Clinton. Just because in the Podesta emails and the DNC emails that showed, and we're not even getting to the fact that cheated Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders is now officially in on everything. He's in on it. And I say this as somebody who I still think the guy is a good human being because he's probably rationalizing his actions. But to promote the Trump-Russia myth that also says that Bernie was part of undermining Hillary Clinton, he's actually disrespecting himself and his voters. But that's another thing. So, but he brings up John Huber had enough to start a special counsel. He had enough to indict. He didn't indict. Sessions had enough to start a special counsel. He didn't do anything but recuse himself. He got John Huber to do investigations. John Huber didn't even call about whistleblowers. Forget about the issue. The reason he cites John Huber is not to say that, oh, John Huber is great and Sessions. No. He knows that Sessions was a pawn of the Democratic Party. The reason William Barr says this, so this is the CNN Politics article. Yet when confronted with the article during Tuesday's Senate confirmation hearing, Barr appeared to distance himself from his past remarks and said the broader point he was trying to make is that, quote, whatever the standard is for launching an investigation, it should be dealt with even-handedly. Which means that if you're going to start an investigation based on suspicion with Trump, there's even more suspicion with Hillary Clinton. Just because media companies don't think that there should be suspicion around Hillary Clinton, just because, people like Bill Maher or, the average Hollywood celebrity doesn't think that Hillary Clinton should be investigated in the same manner as Trump, that doesn't mean that she didn't commit crimes. She transferred top secret intel outside of the United States government. Cash flowed, hundreds of millions of dollars flowed into her foundation, and beneficial treatment took place. So I'm trying to tell everyone, William Barr, this is what he said. And he told this to Patrick Leahy. Leahy was like, are you going to investigate the Clinton Foundation? You better not, because if you do, they're coming after you. And then he said, I have no knowledge of Uranium One. I didn't particularly think that was necessarily something that should be pursued aggressively. I didn't particularly think that was necessarily something that should be pursued aggressively. So he's backtracking. He's backtracking just to appease these people. He wrote a 19-page memo to Trump about obstruction of justice and Mueller. He's not recusing himself. He's not even giving the complete Mueller report to the public, which is hilarious. I mean, all these things yesterday that like a year ago, they would be livid. I mean, it would nonstop. Now it's like almost like they know that they don't want to annoy William Barr, because Kavanaugh couldn't really do anything to them, but William Barr could. And then Barr told, quote, this is what he said, I was trying to make the point that there's a lot out there. Hello. I think all that stuff at the time was being looked at by U.S. Attorney General Huber. So that's where he cites it, referring to the prosecutor who had been tasked with reviewing the issue at the Justice Department. He was tasked with a cover-up. But the interesting thing is, ladies and gentlemen, that he is not saying, well, I never said those things, I don't mean those things. He's actually doubling down. Later Tuesday, Baker posted a screenshot of an email exchange with Barr, making it clear Barr believed that the predicate for investigating the uranium deal, as well as the foundation, is far stronger. Well, there you go. Then he should investigate the uranium deal. This is the chief White House correspondent for the New York Times and MSNBC, an MSNBC analyst. Okay. Later Tuesday evening, Baker posted a screenshot of his email exchange with Barr, making it clear that Barr, quote, believed that the predicate for investigating the uranium deal, as well as the foundation, Putin meeting, actually having a face-to-face with Clinton, is far stronger than any basis for investigating so-called collusion. This is true, suggesting that Clinton matter had stronger predication for investigation. Of course it did. There's evidence than Mueller probe into whether Trump's presidential campaign conspired with Russia to interfere in the 2016 election. That is ridiculous. That never happened. Which is worse, by the way? Even if it's true that Trump conspired with Russia, which it's not, a Facebook ad or a uranium sale to Putin, which is worse? And so, let's see. So, Peter Barker, questions have been raised about what Bill Barr told us in 2017. Here's the full email from then responding to the request. We're grateful, he replied, and hope this clarifies. So, I have long believed that the predicate for investigating the uranium deal, as well as the foundation, is far stronger than any basis for investigating so-called collusion. This is what he believes. He didn't even backtrack his claim. Patricia Marino. Maybe they haven't done anything yet because they were afraid they would be snookered by. Exactly. I agree with you. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's going down. It's going, Patricia Marino, it's happening. Everyone, thank you very much, Patricia. It's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's slowly happening. And it's very difficult because you have a whole bunch of people who normally would be excited about this, but have been led to believe led to believe a fantasy based on nonsense. Then you have people like myself included to an extent who are just jaded. But I'm no longer jaded. I'm not saying William Barr will. Absolutely. I think that he will eventually. I think that he will after an investigation. I think that he will eventually lead to Clinton indictments. She is a criminal, and Bill Clinton is a criminal as well. And that's not like hyperbole. They utilize the charitable foundation to enrich themselves. Trump is a real estate mogul. Okay, Trump is worth $1 billion, whatever. Even if he's worth 300 or 400 million, it's still a lot of money. William Barr, I have long believed that the predicate for investigating the uranium deal as well as the foundation is far stronger. So what are these people upset about? Like, what is Peter Baker upset about at the New York Times? If it's true, it's true. If there happens to be evidence that should be investigated regarding the uranium sale, it's true. William D. Campbell is an FBI informant. An FBI informant. And they say, well, he was a lobbyist for Russia. So what? Bill Clinton actually met with Vladimir Putin at his home. Bill Clinton had a $500,000 speaking engagement with a Kremlin bank. So what? Obviously, if you have an FBI informant, you want somebody who knows Russian lobbyists. And if he's a consultant, he was Russian. Yeah, what are you going to do? Are you going to have an FBI informant from the Democratic Party or an FBI informant that has no ties to Russian lobbyists? Obviously, you have to have somebody who can infiltrate. That's how espionage works. So, getting back to this, William Barr, Peter got your text. This is Peter Baker of the New York Times. So, what are they worried about? You have William D. Campbell, who's an FBI informant. You have whistleblowers who just recently gave John Huber evidence, and John Huber probably, shredded it. You have cash flowing to the Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. You have the CEO giving money to the Clinton Foundation. You have a bribery and racketeering scandal that, oh, by the way, Robert Mueller presided over. You have a private server. Simply ask in the deleted emails, Secretary Clinton, did you have any emails regarding Uranium One in those deleted emails? Yes or no? You're under oath. If you lie, you're going to jail. Very simple. It's not rocket science. It is not rocket science. Look, William Barr knows. So he's just played CNN and everyone else. He's completely played CNN and everyone else. This is the CNN article. This is the CNN article right here. Read the actual article. If you read the actual article, you know that he didn't backtrack anything. So he completely played. The article title is William Barr, Attorney General Pick, backs away from prior comments. How did he back away? By saying that John Huber was investigating it. And, well, there's a lot of stuff out there. He knows exactly what he's doing. And if you look, even the New York Times doesn't believe him. Peter Baker, this is the New York Times reporter. And then there's a screenshot of the email. Peter, got your text. William Barr is the man. He knows. That's like when these people call you up, like when that guy from Daily Beast tried to call me up. I hung up on him. He's like, I just want to talk to you. Like, so he would then, deliberately misquote you. From now, after that, I'm like, if anybody wants to reach out to me, I have just an email. Just you send the questions via email. And that's how, if anybody tries to talk to you from any journalist, any reporter, Just say, look, send me your questions via email. I'll send you my responses. I don't trust you. You don't have to say that you don't trust the person, but there's no reason to speak to somebody on the phone, especially in this day and age where they just they misquote you on purpose. They take everything you say out of context, and this is not like, anyway, a journalist that works for the Washington Post, the New York Times, or whatever, or the Daily Beast or whatever, they're calling, or the BuzzFeed, if they're calling you, you probably should just simply say, look, feel free to ask me any questions via email. I'll answer the questions if you want to, answer the questions via email. This way there's a record. This is what Peter Baker did, and William Barr was right. This is what William Barr did. So Peter Baker, the reporter for the New York Times, actually just acquiesced. Very good. Had an email exchange. In a way, worked out for the New York Times because they could be like, well, you know what? William Barr really does want to investigate the Clinton Foundation. It works out for me because I'm saying that William Barr will eventually investigate the Clinton Foundation, start a special counsel or something. Peter got your text. There's nothing inherently wrong about a president calling for an investigation. Here you go. Although an investigation shouldn't be launched because the president wants it, the ultimate question is whether the matter warrants an investigation. There's nothing wrong with President Trump calling for Clinton to be investigated. There's nothing wrong with that. Erectus Maximus, you squabble over the Russian smokescreen. Mueller's job is to clean any evidence of the Obama administration corruption. Russiagate is a diversion. I respectfully disagree, but I appreciate the support. I do respectfully disagree. Mueller is the worst thing to ever happen to Trump, but I respectfully disagree. But thank you, Maximus. Thank you. So there's no corruption being cleaned up. I mean, there's only people that have nothing to do. I mean, you have General Flynn, whose life was ruined. Not ruined, but you have General Flynn, who is unfairly, set up. Thank God his life was not ruined. He's a strong, noble man, and he should be free. I mean, he should be pardoned of anything. But he has to. I mean, his life has been altered, forever altered by this, because he's had to deal with this nonsense. He risks jail time, even though he didn't do anything wrong. You have Papadopoulos, who was set up. You have this Russian hacking nonsense. You have 2 years of millions of people who believe, and this is the thing, Maximus, millions of people believe that Trump worked with Russia. This is not, there's clean any evidence of Obama administration corruption. Well, Maximus, maybe I misread you squabble with the Russian smokescreen. Mueller's job is to clean any evidence of Obama administration. You know what? I agree with you. Sorry. Jack Gold, thank you. I apologize, Alexis Maximus. I apologize. I misread your statement. I do believe you're right. Mueller's job is to, I thought that you were saying something else. I apologize. Mueller's job is to, it is a smokescreen. Mueller's job is to clear Obama of any wrongdoing, of framing Trump, of any criminal behavior. Of course, it all leads to President Obama, but he will never, ever, ever be charged or indicted or anything like that. Clinton will. That's a different story. Hillary will. Possibly Bill Clinton. Mainly Hillary will. Because she actually had a private server as Secretary of State. Maximus, thank you. I actually misread, and I thought you were saying that the Mueller probe was not that big of a deal and it was good for Trump or something. I misread that. I apologize. But here you have William Barr. You have right here. I mean, you have everything you need right here. William Barr got your text. There is nothing inherently wrong with a president calling for an investigation. So next week, he gets confirmed. Trump calls the week after. It's a game, set, match. Although an investigation shouldn't be launched because the president wants it, the ultimate question is whether the matter warrants an investigation. I have long believed the predicate for investigating the uranium deal as well as the foundation is far stronger. What can the media do than so-called collusion, which is ridiculous? What can the media do when he starts to do that? What can the media do? Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to the issues that weren't even a crime. It's not a crime. It is not a crime to pay. It is not a campaign finance violation. You can plead guilty to anything. Doesn't mean you did it. Doesn't mean anyone's implicated. Bradley Smith of the Federal Election Commission stated there is no crime there. There is no crime. Flynn didn't even lie, actually. Andrew McCabe, well, first of all, the discussions were already listened to by, here you go, FBI, Michael Flynn, Post 2016. FBI reviewed Flynn's calls with Russian ambassador, but found nothing illicit. The Washington Post. We are living in a world where the uranium sale to Putin is not investigated, but a phone call with a Russian ambassador. Nothing illicit, and he's still sent before a judge. This is the world we're living in. January 23rd, 2017, FBI reviewed Flynn's calls with Russian ambassador, but found nothing illicit. There was nothing going on. They never had anything. They never had anything. And I can't even, the link is so long, I can't even put this link there. He never did anything wrong. FBI reviewed Flynn's calls with the Russian ambassador, but found nothing illicit. The FBI, this is the Comey, Strzok, McCabe, FBI. The FBI in late December reviewed intercepts of communications between the Russian ambassador to the United States and retired Lieutenant General Michael T. Flynn, National Security Advisor, but has not found any evidence of wrongdoing or illicit ties to the Russian government. They found nothing. They already reviewed his calls. They reviewed Manafort's calls. They reviewed Papadopoulos' calls. They reviewed Gates' calls. They reviewed everyone's calls. Nothing. Did they review Clinton's calls? No. This will all come crashing down. This is not sustainable, ladies and gentlemen. I stated it wasn't sustainable when Clinton couldn't win. When 2015, when the whole planet thought Clinton was going to win, she was a monolith. She was unstoppable. There was nothing that could prevent the ultimate victory of Clinton winning. I stated it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. All of this is not sustainable. So what? The court filing means nothing. You're talking about the Southern District of New York, an extension of the Democratic Party. So what? The court filing. Where are the court filings regarding the investigation into Uranium One, the William D. Campbell FBI informant that said that he testified to 3 committees in Congress saying that Russian lobbyists were bragging about their influence over Obama and the Clinton and Hillary Clinton's State Department. What happened to the money flow into the Clinton Foundation from the CEO of Uranium One? What happened to Bill Clinton meeting with Vladimir Putin? It's still not a, so what? So what? He paid somebody who he had a romantic relationship with. Who cares? Do you think not even one voter? You think there's a Trump voter alive that said, you had a romantic relationship with 2 beautiful women? Oh, I'm not voting for you now. No. No, no, no. I'm not voting for you now. I'm voting for Hillary. I'm voting for Hillary. No, that never would have happened. You have to prove that he was hiding specifically to change the election. And here's the Bradley Smith. Bradley Smith, not campaign finance violation. Here, Bradley Smith. Those payments to women were unseemly. That doesn't mean they were illegal because they weren't. Bradley Smith, Washington Post. Let's see if there you go, Washington Post. Those payments to women were unseemly. That doesn't mean they were illegal. Bradley Smith, a former chairman of the Federal Election Commission, is chairman of the Institute for Free Speech, and a visiting fellow in the James Madison program at Princeton. If a candidate for public office decided to settle a private lawsuit to get it out of the news before Election Day, would that be a campaign expenditure? If a business owner ran, okay, so go on here. However, regardless of what Cohen agreed in a plea bargain, hush money payments to mistresses are not really campaign expenditures. There you go. There you go. The problem is that almost anything a candidate does can be interpreted as intended to influence an election, from buying a gold watch to making sure, from buying a good watch to making sure that he gets to places on time, to getting a massage so that he feels fit for the campaign trail, to buying a new suit. Yet having campaign donors pay for personal luxuries such as seems more like bribery than funding. So that's why another part of the statute defines personal use. Personal use as any expenditure, quote, used to fulfill any commitment, obligation, or expense of a person that would exist irrespective of the candidate's election campaign. He would have paid off those people regardless, and he has. So Trump's Trump's um, penchant for having affairs would have that actually proves that it's not a campaign, expenditure. He would have done it without a campaign. Yeah, but an incoming national security advisor can talk about sanctions, or Obama came in as with a Russian reset. That is not Daisy, thank you. That is not that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. It's the whole thing is so obvious. Like, the biggest crimes are covered up by the media, by the Democratic Party, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Donna Brazile, heck, Bernie Sanders. Where's the retribution? Where's the justice? Where's the fair play? You cheat, you get away with it, you blame Russia, you continue to commit crimes, you cover up crimes, and then you fabricate crimes, and then people believe it. It's unbelievable, but it's believable because people want to believe. Some of my mods left, I think. I used to have like a whole bunch of mods, but I know Eric H526 is taking a break, which is great. I love Eric H526. I love Eric H526. He's an amazing human being. Definitely take a break. I kind of noticed that it's focused on the mic, but Nothing I can really do. There's no focus on this camera. But I see that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. God bless. To my super chat, thank you. Tree climbing. No, SD is fine. SD, stay. You're good person, respectful, make me think. SD is fine. Everybody, totally cool. I totally cool. SD, I enjoy your discussions. Everyone, thank you. Tree climbing, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Definitely also check out my latest in HA Second Amendment. And it's right here. HA Second Amendment. You got to check out my Glock 21, everyone. Not mine, but it's one of the best groupings. But today you will see the best grouping. It's all within the green, the center green of the target, and it's pretty amazing. And I have a new camera angle, everyone. My new camera angle, I put the firearm right next to the camera. And it's great. You got to check it out. You got to check it out. Here it is. Here it is. Here's my latest. Ebenezer Adams! Those payments were unseemly and all involved should be prosecuted. Oh, wait, I thought we were talking about Congress harassment. Yes. Brooke, it is. Yes, Ebenezer Adams, you're right. You are correct. We'll go 10 more minutes. Ebenezer Adams has pumped life back into me. It's true. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The duplicity. Ebenezer Adams. It's so true. See, that's the thing also. There's no understanding of duplicity or hypocrisy. They call it whataboutism. They've actually created this, or maybe it's a logical fallacy that they use in terms of the government shutdown, Democrats can capitulate and start, and that's it. It's all good. I don't care about, like, we need good relations with Russia. So what? Let's put it this way. If Obama can preside, oh my God, I don't want to sneeze. Okay, don't want to sneeze. All right. If Obama can preside over the Russian uranium sale, thank you, Judith. Thank you. Then, gosh, I think we can have good relations with Russia. And also, President Trump sold arms to the Ukraine. President Trump sold arms to the Ukraine. Obama did not impose more sanctions than Obama. So, in Ebenezer Adams, you're 100% right. 100% right. But so what? Cybersecurity. Hillary Clinton transferred top secret intel outside of the United States government. That is the worst example, the worst mockery of the intelligence community. Good. We should definitely invite Russian politicians. I want them to. I want good relations with Russia. And I also want to investigate why we sold uranium. So here, William Barr, Peter Baker, New York Times. Peter, got your text. There is nothing inherently wrong about a president calling for an investigation. Although an investigation shouldn't be launched just because the president wants it. The ultimate question is whether the matter warrants investigation. I have long believed that the predicate for investigating the uranium deal, as well as the foundation, is far stronger than any basis for investigating so-called collusion. Likewise, the basis for investigating various national security activities carried out during the election, as Senator Grassley has been attempting to do. Likewise, the basis for investigating various national security issues carried out during the election, the basis for investigating various national, so he's talking about the beginning of the origins of the FBI program, and he's going to investigate Strzok and Page. I forgot all about that. It's like, just like, look, that fantasy has just sucked the life and the passion and energy out of real stories that people should be happy about. This is, I mean, look, eventually, very soon, I'll be vindicated. But with a new investigation or a special counsel or something, to the extent that it's not pursuing these matters, the department is abdicating its responsibility. To the extent it is not pursuing these matters, the department is abdicating its responsibility. Hello. The Yahtzee! H.A. heard, yeah, I heard about that. Well, exactly. Vox said that Trump is uninvited. The Yahtzee. Trump said that, thank you very much. Trump is uninvited. What does that even mean? Trump is uninvited? What does that mean, Trump is uninvited? He's president. He's president. It's so hilarious, you know? It's like, it's just so hilarious. But you have everything you need to know with William Barr. Ladies and gentlemen, William Barr will eventually lead to the indictments of Clinton because she did commit crimes. If you have somebody just 2/3 as enthusiastic, just 2/3 as enthusiastic as Mueller. That's what I'm trying to say. Be energetic, passionate, enthusiastic, hopeful, but don't give your soul or your intellect or your logic or your reasoning skills to just trust anyone in government. That's absurd. But be hopeful. Look, the writing's on the wall. The chances have increased exponentially that William Barr will investigate the Clinton Foundation. He's going to investigate Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. How do we know? William Barr, Peter Strzok. William Barr promises Strzok Page investigation. Why am I the only person talking about this on YouTube? I put William Barr, Peter Strzok. I get 3 of my videos, and then a long crime. Like the only 3 videos talking about this are me. I don't want to pat myself on the back. I don't want to say how great I am. I'm not going to do that now. I'm not going to say that I'm at the forefront of this. I'm not going to do that. Okay? Oh my God, the NRA. The NRA. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a non-story based on bizarre correlations that have nothing to do with national security. Anyway, William Barr promises to investigate FBI Peter Strzok. That's one. Why 3? I wish I could take a screenshot of this. All 3 of my videos are the only videos up when you type in William Barr, Peter Strzok. And then here, Law and Crime, liberal publication, but good publication. Unlike Vox, which is a publication linked directly to the Democratic National Committee, it's their job. Oh my God. This is interesting. All right. William Barr made some big promises to Lindsey Graham, including a Strzok Page investigation. Yes. Law and crime, law and crime. Peace and love, peace and love, law and crime, law and crime. Okay. It's so pathetic. Mitchell Smith, it's so pathetic. It is hilarious. Ebenezer Adams, you gave me some life back with your statement. Law and crime, there you go. Oh, you know how many Russian spies were under Obama's administration? It's called the honey trap, by the way. The honey trap. Look it up. Interesting. That's why, like, if this is why, like, you know, a beautiful, like, Russian spy could never, like, you know, like, deceive me. Because if a gorgeous woman goes up to me for no reason, I'll know that they're a spy. I'll know. I'll be like, that never happens to me ever. So even though I'm married, I know that this is no way. There's no way that this person is interested in me at all. You must be a spy from Putin. So keep talking. Okay, Russian spy. Oh yeah, you watch my channel? Okay, nobody knows about my channel. I'm not gonna get trapped with Mueller. No, thank you. No, thank you, person who really likes me for me. Mitchell Smith, it is so pathetic. It's hilarious. So, like, you know, it's like, because I know, like, wow, look at that gorgeous woman coming. Yeah, hi, how are you? But no, I'm not gonna. This Mueller, part of a trap. I'm not gonna do that. No. Oh, now that looks fantastic. I'm stuck in cyberspace. Crime Syndicate. It's like one of the lyrics from an Ice-T song. Crime Syndicate. William Barr made some big promises to Lindsey Graham, including a Strzok Page investigation. Yes, I like it. I'm the only person talking about this on YouTube. Meanwhile, everyone's into, like, as you can see here, this means that. Really? This means that? That means this? It means that? That means this? Oh my God, I feel so much better about my life. Trump's not ever going to become president, right? Right? No. We'll stop it. Barr said he would add that he was shocked when he heard about these texts for the first time. They know what's going on. He's gonna look into the dossier too. Would you look into whether that was an accurate statement about using the dossier? Yes, Mr. Chairman. It's going down. After that, Graham asked Barr if he would look into what happened in 2016. Yes, Mr. Chairman. Barr added that he was shocked when he saw Strzok and Page texts. William Barr made some big promises to Lindsey Graham, including a Strzok Page investigation. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. I'm the only person on YouTube talking about this. The only person on YouTube. The only person on YouTube. That's fine, though. Law and crime. So there you go. William Barr is not playing around. He is not playing around. He don't play. William Barr does not play. He does not play. He does not play. He's not playing around. Could he be in other sessions? Possibly. Possibly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's finally turned out the lights, the party's over. Ebenezer Adams is uncanny. Every single time, I feel like just calling it quits. My man, Ebenezer Adams, thank you. What about Steele testimony in UK? Yep, he basically admitted everything and who was involved. It is so, it's so true. It's so true, and it's like all of this is coming to a logical conclusion. The conclusion is that the apparatus, that's why they went so hard on Trump for 2 years. They went so hard on Trump because they know that when it's all said and done, they committed crimes, they covered up crimes, money flowed into the Clinton Foundation specifically to let that deal. Look, Tony Podesta was lobbying on behalf of Uranium One. All the Democrats were in on it. And then Christopher Steele was obviously paid to dig up, to fabricate, to create nonsense. Everything has been disproven. You want to read the Steele dossier? Everything's been disproven. Let's read the Steele dossier. Steele dossier. This is SD. I love you. You know what? You make me think. Let's read the Steele dossier. It's fantastic. Nothing has been proven in the Steele dossier. Absolutely nothing. They can't even get. They can't even get Michael Cohen on Prague. The best is Kremlin insider reports Trump lawyer secret meeting with 3 Kremlin officials. He never met these 3 Kremlin officials. This is page 18 of the Steele dossier. Never met, never met, no, never met. That didn't happen. Russia has extensive program of state-sponsored offensive cyber operations. Oh my God. Oh my God, you mean the Buff Bernie coloring book? Hold on. Let's get Carter Page. Speaking in confidence to a compatriot. These are all anonymous sources. Anonymous, completely anonymous. It was not raw intelligence. It was raw refuse. It was raw, but it was refuse, not intelligence. Speaking in confidence to a compatriot in late July 2016. Source B, oh my God, an ethnic Russian, close associate of Republican U.S. presidential candidate Trump. They don't even list the sources or names or anything. And then there's a Russian intelligence officer. Clinton used this. She should, by the standard by which they go after Trump, she should be 2 years of, oh my God, Clinton colluded with Russia. Admitted there was a well-developed conspiracy of cooperation. No, nothing ever, 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 ever happened between the Russian leadership and Carter Page Manafort. This was managed on the Trump side by Republican candidate campaign chairman Paul Manafort. No, he bought an ostrich feather jacket. No, who was using foreign policy advisor Carter Page and others as intermediaries. Never happened. Never, never, ever happened. This is the basis of the entire stupid thing. The two sides had a mutual interest in defeating Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, whom President Putin apparently both hated and feared, but loved the husband. The husband loved the husband. The Yahtzee. Do you know a play called Rhinoceros? It's an allegory to evolving of fascism. That's right. Back in the day, reminds me of what is going on today. Subversion. Yes. Yes, I've heard of that. Yes. The Yahtzee. That's right. Let me see. Rhinoceros play. 1959. Oh, yeah. That's right. And actually, yeah, this is interesting. Conformities explores the themes of conformity, culture, fascism, responsibility, logic, mass movements, mob mentality, philosophy, and morality. Yep. I agree. Everyone, thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, no, it was like a cell tower, according to some Eastern European intel agency, something like that. That put him near Prague, but that's like, what does that even mean? Even if he was in Prague, like, ST, God bless you. Thank you. Everyone, God bless you. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Thank you. And hit subscribe. Definitely check out HA Second Amendment. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Thank you so very much to my super chat. Thank you. The government shut down. Democrats have to capitulate. Eventually they will. We'll see. SD, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Ebenezer Adams, the Yahtzee. Space Bike Music, shalom. Kristen Email, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Patricia Marino, thank you. Lachlan Bird, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Have a great day. I will be back. If I'm the only person on YouTube talking about William Barr, so be it. Thank you so very much.